Look, you can only brand it as sparkling holy water if you make it in the Spackleduke region of the Seaborn folk. Otherwise, it's just seltzer holy water.
Do they have those like in every household? They have like the make your own pop or make your own soda machine.
The soda pop machine.
Yeah, dude.
No, you know what I want? I want that. All the water bottles companies do it over here in Poland now. They just like, yeah, you can get like slightly apple flavored water. It's also holy.
Oh, also holy. I was like, slightly apple. It's like, I mean, that's flavored water. Then you said also holy. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Slightly microphone flavored water from the Pope. Because
Poland, you're so silly.
At one time, the Pope dipped the microphone into the holy water to flick it at the crowd instead of like the metal thing with the bulb on the end.
The sensor or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just want to say, since I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the show, thank you, viewers, for coming out and watching us every week. You know,
yeah, thanks,
pretty deep in, and then you have literally anything else in the entire world to do. You could literally watch any YouTube video instead of watching this one. So I appreciate that you're here.
You can watch a YouTube video and watch a beard grow over 3 years in seconds. Instead, you choose to watch it every week.
Where are we? Do we go to the Cross Blades and speak to Arthur and the Innkeeper? Do you head to the Prancing Unicorns, Oil and Elixirs?
I think we were gonna head to the Prancing one because the other guy wouldn't sell the shit because we weren't guild members or whatever.
Well, you didn't have a license to buy poisons, so
it was potions we wanted though, not poisons.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many potions to begin because he's an innkeeper.
Yeah, well, here's that password. Found it in the book.
What is it?
Chrysanthemum.
Yes, that's
chrysanthemum. Yeah,
that second one is more correct. But you head to the Prancing Unicorns, Oils and Elixirs. It's on the northern marketplace that faces out towards the stone bridge leading to the rest of the continent. It looks like money is flowing much faster than you've ever seen it. Perhaps with the salt caravans finally leaving, northern trade has come. There is, outside of the Prancing Unicorn, Oil and Elixirs, a poster of yourselves. They have been crudely drawn, and they're chiaroscuro. They're just shades of gray rather than the actual colors of your skin. But it's a fair likeness. You've been marked as individuals wanted for questioning by the guard for repeatedly interfering in guard business.
All right, whatever.
Also, there's a chalkboard on a seat outside of the Prancing Unicorn that says 10% of all purchases made during the week will be processed towards sanitarium help for Lucidia, a local adventurer in need.
Oh, I forgot about Lucidia. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's the one that stabbed Doc in the back.
We should save her.
Well, Glemo's dead. We need a new crazy person to go in there and group.
Yeah.
Well, you already killed the person who ostensibly was mind controlling her, and so she's already gone crazy and been dragged north to the main adventuring guild in Royal Magnar's capital. You're 2 days behind.
Well, you know.
Actually, you're more like 3 days behind. But
real fast.
Yeah, you go into the Prancing Unicorns, Oils, and Elixirs. There's not a huge amount of magic items available for sale here, but there are a number of potions, some of which seem like they might be bullshit. Potives for enhancing bedroom experience.
Snake oil.
Snake oils. But there are some more magical potions.
Damn.
You see an outrightly marked Potion of Superior Healing, which is a extremely rare, very powerful.
It's like 8d8 plus 8, right?
I think it's like the middle one, not the super high end one.
Superior Healing. Probably should have just done it. Superior Healing is 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a whole lot of healing in one bottle.
That's almost like 40 HP, you know, like potentially, most likely. So
the price tag on it is rather high. It's listed as 3,000 gold pieces for just this potion.
Fuck that. That's like
Annoyed.
1 Kelly or 2/3 of an Agram.
I like how you list your.
It's like back in the early WoW days, everybody used to say, a Ragnaros is worth because it's exactly 1 million.
So, one of the store attendants comes forward. It's a young woman in, just like a shopkeeper's apron, blouse, long skirt, and she looks like maybe she's the daughter of the owner, and says, "Oh, welcome. Is there anything specific you're looking for, adventurers?"
Yes, we came to talk to Arthur.
Arthur, I think he runs the Crossblades. It's 1 block down,
Yeah, Rum Store.
other side of the street.
That's the guy at the inn.
Yeah. Arthur's the one who wouldn't sell his shit.
Well, we'll sell you things here. I believe if you're looking for what Arthur sells, he's a poisons dealer.
We were looking for potions.
Well, that's good because we're
Magical
an oil
items.
and elixir store. We've got
Magical
potions
items
of
that we
resistance,
know
holy
about.
water, potions of healing. I think my father might have finished a potion of growth this morning, if that kind of interests you. Is there something in particular you're looking for?
Healing potions, stuff to do some holy water and alchemist fire.
How much is the growth potion?
Let me go speak with the owner. Just take a moment to look around, and I'll be back.
Daka, you can't feed the growth potion to the halfling. We've been over this.
Finley, do you want to know what it's like to be tall?
That would be like being the shortest human. I don't know how that would
You
work.
could be the tallest halfling.
I feel normal, but I think I'm normal, but I've always wanted to be a little bigger.
Well, let's keep this in mind. You want people thinking you're a child, or do you want them thinking you're an adult human? When they think you're, a human child, they just think you're cute. When they think you're a, adult human, they steal from you and shake you in the kidneys.
That too.
She returns and says, "We do have the potion of growth available. It's 150 gold pieces."
Don't we have a? Oh no, we drank all those potions, right? Yeah,
We drank
we
those-
fucking
During
we
that fight,
chugged those
we drank all
shits.
of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Do you want to grab like
have-
2 health potions each? I guess.
I think we only used 2. Like I used mine on Agram. I think Finley used his.
We had like
Yeah, I used mine.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So we have 2.
I had
Yeah.
2 on me. I don't remember how many I used.
I am down to 0.
We have 10 potions of healing available and 3 vials of holy water. You were looking for something along those lines.
Do you do bulk deals?
Normally we would, but we're running a special right now to help a local adventurer. So we've
right,
canceled all
Lycidia.
discounts.
We saw the sign.
Lycidia.
Okay, 2.
Yeah.
No, 2.
It was
vials
really
of holy
interesting
water.
when we saved her from that mind control that she was under. It's a pity what happened to her.
You were involved with the salt mines incident.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
there
helped
was
save
an
Lycidia.
We
Yes,
chopped
we
off his
did.
head,
Mhm.
it's fine. 2.
I think I could toss an extra potion in for free with whatever you get.
Oh, sick.
Also, if it's going to help you, I can help you produce some holy water for your shop.
Oh, I have to be honest, holy water is not a high volume item, and we get it from
I'll sort of lean in and I'll just be like, listen, I have it on good authority that there was a undead uprising south of here at Flemia. Holy water might be in high demand very soon.
This is you're not lying. Okay, make a persuasion check. Everything you're saying, everything you're saying is true.
when you make the GM have a shit, he's right.
Damn it.
Damn it! I can't fault his logic here.
You've got this.
Persuasion, yeah?
Yep.
-1, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Ooh.
Solid too.
Did you roll? Oh, I wasn't zoomed all the way down. Solid. She's just like, if we need more holy water, I'm sure we can speak with our local priests. I'm sorry, we have a pretty good deal with them.
Okay, Kelly. 2 vials of holy water, 4 potions of healing, and I'll get the potion of growth for our little friend here on my tab.
Okay. Do you have any alchemist fire?
She's, of course, yeah, we've got 4 vials of it.
I think we'll only grab 2 of those.
Okay, so that's 100 plus 50 for 150, plus 4 healing potions is another 200. So you end up with 450 for all your potion needs, and you get an extra potion of healing thrown in for free, and then 150 for your growth potion.
Okay, so what was the total there? That was like
I think Daka said he was
550?
going to cover the enlarged potion by himself.
so
we're-
400, yeah?
450.
Like,
450.
Yeah.
Okay.
we still have like the party
Uh,
bank account, the party cash.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm taking it from. So
Yeah.
So she throws in a little belt pouch. It's resizable.
like a bandolier? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. To hold all your potions. I mean, you did just buy like 10 potions all at once.
Okay.
You know, it's not like the most super well-made thing ever. The stitching is
All right, so
Not
how many?
clear.
We got 5 healing potions.
5 healing potions, 2 flasks
And
of
what
holy
was-
water, 2 flasks of alchemist fire.
So it was 550 or 650 total? Something like
It's
that.
450 total and 150 for the enlarged
Okay,
potion.
and what was the healing potion roll? I'll just write it next to these so we don't remember. Don't forget.
For a regular potion of healing
Mhm.
is 2d4 plus 2.
In skills, we can make a custom skill for a healing roll.
No, I just put it in the group inventory so everyone can see it and stuff. So
What's the roll? It's 2D.
2d4 plus 2.
Right, yeah, potion healing.
Yeah, I mean, you clear out a pretty good thing of potions from her, and she just says, you know, we really do like when adventurers come on through here. I'll tell you what, let me give you my card. If you come back through here again, and we aren't still running this Lycidia thing, I think we can probably give you a bulk discount.
Nice.
Thank you.
So she gives you a, I don't know if you've ever seen one of those Chinese or Japanese wood stamps where you can just like stamp your packages with it, called a chop. Yeah, she gives you one of
yeah,
those.
so like, okay,
It's marked with her name on it.
and okay, it's interesting. It's an interesting business card.
Oh, you can
I
right in.
think that's really all we need, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, boys, we have the decanter of endless water. I forgot
Yep.
about that.
Oh, we do.
Ooh.
There's your.
We can make
there's
so much holy water.
your- you can. Is there a decanter of endless holy water?
No.
Oh,
Damn, just like, oh, look at this giant hole filled with.
Just so you
undead.
know, holy water isn't based off of water, it's based off of oil.
Like,
Holy
don't
water
ruin
is
this-
an oil.
ruin this for me.
man, there's no.
I'm sorry.
I thought on the skills you could define like a role, but you can't. You might be able to do a spell though.
You could definitely do a spell because you don't. For a spell, you don't have to pick a stat modifier to base it off of. Alright, I mean, yeah, short of finding a magic shop that actually has. I mean, I know this isn't a magic shop, but you know, short of that, then there's really nothing else to.
There was a magic shop in the other town. we
Yeah.
go to, Magna. So
I also give
Alright.
the potion of growth to Finley.
Yay.
You can do it whenever you want.
I'll save it for a special occasion.
It's gonna be
Alright.
so funny. He's gonna be walking down a street. He's about to drink it, and then we hear the distinctive sound of an M1 Garand clip going ping. And Finley falls over.
Oh man.
It like trickles in my mouth and my dead body grows to twice its size.
Okay. I think we're moving on, Arthur.
Sorry. Health
Yeah.
healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, 54 plus 2.
I'm just gonna. Sweet. Just testing.
Confirmed.
Alright.
Seems to have worked.
Sweet.
Okay.
Math.
So
Yeah.
I think we head to Magnar and see if we can get recruited. If I remember correctly, when we crossed the bridge, we sped through by saying that we're a cleric, and then they gave us a seal.
Yeah, they gave you a thing to go talk to the recruiter or whatever, and it's like, hey, take my thing, so I get the referral points or whatever it was.
But there was also that weird stone that they wanted me to touch, and I didn't know if that was like
Yeah, it was like you had to give an oath or whatever.
forever.
Mm.
Even after death, you still serve us or some shit. And I
Even
wasn't
in
ready.
death, I still serve.
So maybe we should just see if we can go get recruited. Or maybe there's like, I don't know, someone wants to drive a cart up that way and we can just.
I mean, we could
On.
probably find somebody to be like, yo, you need some bodyguards or merchant protection or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
if the dwarven lady was willing to pay us for it, I'm sure somebody else will, right?
Well, I mean, like, there's always merchants that follow the army to a
Well, that-
degree, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's just somebody will probably. I mean,
Oh.
even if they don't want bodyguards, I mean, we can huck box just for a day or two, right?
That dwarf lady and her caravan are probably so fucked right now.
Oh yeah, no. Well, no.
They get fucked when we don't show up, basically. That's the rule of thumb in this world. Yeah. Because remember they run into like the ambush.
The Valley
the,
of Arrows, basically.
No. I mean, you know, I think everything in this universe is fucked when we don't show up, or more so when we do. You know, it's just really kind of a toss up.
It's Australia when you're not there, and Canada when we are.
What the fuck? What? Jesus.
Yeah, we're just saying sorry a bunch, you know.
What the fuck?
You miss,
Sorry,
I miss a
didn't-
shot and hit a stump. I'm like, oh, sorry, stump.
Oops, sorry, didn't arrive at the town and fast enough. Now the entire town said, oops, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so Arthur, we're gonna drive on up, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's the middle of the day on 13th Wet. You're heading out of town northernly. You get hassled by a couple of the guards as you're leaving. They notice that you're the ones that were on the poster about people who were causing trouble for the guards. But other than that, you begin the long walk over the 2-wagon-wide stone bridge to the other side. When you reach the far side, the guards there stop you immediately, and one of them leads in the cart, and she says, "You guys look like a fine bit of adventurers, mercenaries, maybe, hired hands.
I'm surprised you noticed. No, we don't seem like the type.
You're wearing plate mail. You have a giant sword on your back.
Hager's just
Several
like laughing to himself, you know.
Lieutenant General Amran Kuso is looking for men to help relieve his position. Fort Kuso in the east."
It's been besieged by orcs, yes?
Yeah, it's been besieged by orcs.
Mm-hmm. I'm a cleric of the Nameless God.
The Nameless God.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He's one of the oldest gods that before all the gods that we have now.
No, no, no.
Okay.
The nameless god is my patron.
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, yes. Well, what I mean to say, he doesn't have a name because he's so old. Anyway, the idea is that
I'm sorry, are you
lot
a
of what you're
warlock?
describing- No, I'm a cleric.
No,
Uh,
the other one with the tail.
No,
You
he's
said
a
you had a
tiefling.
patron. You've entered into a dark bargain.
I'm an artist.
Okay, all right. My problem for misunderstanding.
So
Not every tiefling is a warlock, you know.
My apologies.
Yes,
Racist.
I didn't mean to imply that. I was just excited.
I was like puff on my smoke, kind of annoyedly.
So yeah, I'll turn back to her and I'll say, so a lot of what you're is currently going through is already known to me.
Okay. Well, look, normally I'd try to recruit you for the army, but, you know...
Normally,
campaign-
you would try to recruit us for Magna. Because
Right.
normally we're
Exactly.
looking for people who can cast magic.
Yeah, that sounds like you've been through this gate before. Unfortunately, the campaigns have already started for the season. We
Mhm.
are looking for reinforcements, and if you serve well, perhaps General
You
Kuso
can give
could...
us titles and lands, yes, we know.
Okay, all right, well,
He's read the manual before.
just let me know what are your plans upon traveling into mainland Magnar. Where are you headed?
Well, we need to go north, much farther past Magna, so we'll probably be looking for work to get us to that point. Mercenary work or something to do with the army, most likely.
Well, there are several free knights and low-ranking nobles in the northern villages. If you head on up there, you can get a job. I got to tell you, though, it's been a pretty bad season from what I understand. The fights have been terrifying. Some have said that one of the enemy's prime generals has taken the field in the northern ranks.
Do you happen to know his name?
I do indeed. Let me just open up my notes. She
Careful.
she
Don't
knows
do
the
it-
name
don't do it
instantly.
so that the audience can see. That would be a real
of
problem.
course.
Look at this season's roster. Look at the season.
Sorry, and you know what? The person, someone just completed the portrait. One of the artists just completed the portrait of this guy. So, his name is...
Kathmandu.
That is not Brigadier General Ricalto Poricio.
You're gonna
That's a fucking mouthful.
You're gonna
Jeez.
need
That's
to
a
paste that
DnD
one in
name.
chat for me.
That name sounds like he has an accent.
It's played by Benicio del Toro.
All right. Well, I don't know that you look like you're strong enough to fight General Paricio, but if you kill him, you come back here, we got drinks on you. And you'll
Well,
be
then
rich.
I don't. Oh, I see. Very well.
All
Thank
right,
you
good
for your-
luck. She hands you back your papers that indicate that you are cleared to seek mercenary work north of Magnar.
Excellent. Oh,
As you're walking past
before
her,
we leave,
Gygax in the
I'll-
back is like waving his antennas at her.
I'll turn around and just say, "Do you know of any magical shops that are worthwhile
There are
stopping in on?
several in Magnar. I understand the scriptor.
Maybe some outside of the beaten path."
Yeah, the Scriptorum Draconium or something like that. There's one place, not really supposed to mention it, but it's rather unpopular. It's called the Topaz.
Interesting. Where can we
Yeah,
find
it's
this?
run by, it's
Topaz?
the Hotel Topaz. It's a magically enchanted piece of property. It looks like a shack in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually a full-sized hotel run by magic users. Got a bunch of wizards inside of it. Sorcerers.
Is that the one
bards.
we drove the cart into that one time?
Yes.
Arthur?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, no, we've been there. Okay, thank you.
Well, there is one more place that you could go to.
Interesting. I'm all ears.
It's outside of Magnar. It's actually just slightly north of the gates. You're still interested?
I am.
The owner is a bit of a recluse. Her name's Valida.
Okay.
She's, well, hate to say it, but she's a witch of somewhat renowned power.
Battle Angel Valita?
Look for a place called Valeta's Marvelous Oils and Elixir. She sets up just outside the northern gate on the west side and the slums.
Well, thank you for the tip.
Be polite when you go there. For fury and reciprocity are both to be feared. Turned my
Like
cousin
Earl.
into a toad.
A newt?
A toad. He got better.
Toad.
I got better. Is she human?
Hard to say.
Okay. Thank you. I think we go there, boys. That sounds like a good place to go.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good time.
sure. I mean, we're headed that way anyway, right? Or that road anyway.
Okay, so you are traveling to the capital of Magnar. What speed would you like to travel?
Righteous Fury speed, please.
Righteous Fury speed? You want to travel at fast?
All ahead full.
I mean, we gotta beat.
But what if your
the
engine block
Orc
catches
army.
fire when you go ahead full?
Sure.
I've been playing
Well,
too
then-
much Subnautica.
Subnautica's a good time.
No, it's not. It's
Um,
actually, I'm at the worst part of the game, man.
Oh
Where
yeah.
you go to the depths.
I'm trying
like
to go in the
super-
depths, fucking warping telebeasts everywhere, like 50-foot long giant blue snakes. There's like a octopus that's transparent and green and follows me around. Look, man, it's not cool. Not
Have
cool.
you gone to the lava place yet?
No, I haven't been able to get
Okay.
beneath 450 meters.
Oh, dude, you got so much deeper to go.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. I'm just too scared to go past the hellish teleport beasts with their like 4 tentacle wriggly thingies, and they just
Yeah, they're not
teleport
bad.
and they make weird
punch
noises all the time.
What
Just
game is
punch
this?
him a bunch.
Subnautica.
Mhm.
It's you land
Oh,
on an alien world alone, and you have to travel deeper into the water to find a way out, I guess.
And like the only weapons you have are like
Yeah,
really
you don't have
bad
any
tor-
weapons. You
really
have no
bad
weapons.
really bad torpedoes on one of the vehicles and a
I don't
knife.
have any torpedoes. I have a knife. I have a gun that stops things in its tracks.
Laser things, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay, as you go through the first village, there is a familiar figure that goes to stop you. You pass by an intersection, and from out of the intersection pops a
Before he
dusky
says anything, I'm
tiefling.
like, "Aardvark!"
Hello, hey guys.
Before he
Whoa.
says it- before
I'm
he
sorry.
gives-
Whoa, did you just say Aardvark? That's my name. That's also the name of
Yeah.
my shop down here.
We know you're a warlock of.
Yeah, I'm a world. Wow, my reputation precedes me. You guys want to step inside? Maybe have some tea, do some like dark power stuff, buy some potions.
Do you have any magic items?
I mean, I have some potions. If you like drugs, I've got a couple of those.
I pull out my pouch. I'm like, covered.
Okay, all right, okay. What about this? And he crosses his hands and doves fly out. He's like, how about that? Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Nah, you've heard of me. You already know I can do that. What about this? And then like a deck of playing cards spreads out in front of him in the air and just floats there. And he's like, pretty sick, right? Boom.
Oh my god.
Was this your card? And he like holds out a tarot card that has Gleamo on it.
He's a lot cooler.
I think
than
we should
remember.
move on.
No.
Okay, all right. I can see you're not interested. That's fine. Just keep you spread the word. Aardvarks. That's where you go when you want the mystical stuff. Okay.
Next time we meet Aardvark, warlock battle.
Warlock. Okay, warlock battle. Wait. Whoa. Who do you serve?
For the,
What master do you serve, sir?
The Max sends his regards.
Oh, well, the Eye sends his regards as well. I'm sure our warlock battle will be epic and legendary.
It will
I
be
love the golden
great.
god piece.
And then we go.
He takes his hat off and doffs it and puts it back on and lets you pass.
You know, every time we come through
Let's
here,
us.
I remember how much I hate that man.
I don't know. I'm kind of coming around on him.
That's called character development. You spend 3 days travel heading to the north. You, of course, at every watch stop get updates on various progress. At one point, someone asked you to stop in the next town because a farmer has found something on his land. A rock has opened, and he's not sure what's down there.
I'm getting to the point, Arthur, where Kelly would be like stopping people when they're talking, and he'll be like, "Yeah, we know there's a giant hole in the ground, and there's elvish armor, battle armor in there, and all that stuff. Don't worry about it." It's
Okay.
There's also an incubus in the basement. Don't talk to it.
So the guard is just like, I'm sorry, what? You keep going,
Incubus.
Bassett.
You know, the male version of a succubus.
What? I mean, incubuses and succubuses, as they say, they're gender neutral. They just flip between their shape. Okay.
He's incredibly attractive. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So he's like jogging beside your wagon. He's like, how do you know all this?
I actually stop the wagon and I get off and I put my hand on his shoulder, Arthur,
Okay.
and I'm just like, let me tell you about the oldest god. And I'll start preaching to this man.
Make a religion check.
He asked about his backstory.
You
600
tie the man to a tree and give him your 17-page backstory. He's like, no, please.
19.
Kelly, you begin preaching to this man about your beliefs of the nameless god of time who was so powerful the other gods had to jealously wait for him to die before they could do anything. And this guy becomes your first follower.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
His eyes are filled with fervor. He's just like, holy cow, this god sounds so cool. Wow, so that's how you know stuff, because you've seen the timeline. Wow, okay, do me.
Friend.
All right.
We
Do I get a
haven't seen
promotion
the
next week?
timeline. We lived the timeline.
My God, it's so cool. How do I worship him? Because I've never heard of him before, and the other gods have to be super jealous of him.
The trick is real easy, my friend.
Yeah?
If you wish to worship the oldest god, all you need to do is identify when an opportunity comes your way and realize that either option you take, you've already taken before, and let the relaxation of not making a decision that will affect your life be removed from your life.
So you're saying I shouldn't worry if I'm getting that promotion next week because I've already gotten it.
That's right.
Whoa.
Or in my case, you just get shot a fuck ton of times.
Okay, I don't like that ending. I like the one where I get promoted instead. I'm gonna believe in that one.
Is Kelly making a religion centered around like manifest destiny?
Yeah, basically.
We're going west, boys.
Kelly's making a religion based around Frankie Goes to Hollywood singing "Relax."
Yeah.
Sick.
And so I basically just say, you can also tell others of this as well.
I'll speak with anyone I feel is trustworthy.
Very well.
Okay.
Go forth, friend.
All right. You arrive on the outskirts of Royal Magnar, having only had to do one minor encounter in the forests southeast of Magnar, fighting off a couple bandits.
Okay.
So minor, you make no experience, and you literally are just like die, and they fall over.
Has this been another day?
It's been 3 days. It's now the 16th.
Okay, so I can take off this other.
Oh yeah, you're long past that.
Great.
The line to get into Magnar is much shorter than before. Every other time you've been to the city, the lines have been substantial. You arrive in the morning, and the lines are kind of short. Passage into the city is easy, and no one stops you.
Hey Kelly,
Great. Yes.
I've been thinking about a slogan for your new religion. How about keep calm and carry on?
I like it. Has a certain calming aesthetic to it.
I can already see it on shirts.
Merchandise.
That's all I was gonna say. I just want to get that joke in world.
Right next to Yeet and Cart Nuts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've yeeted so hard on this show. Incredible
Yeah.
yeeting.
I think Arthur, we should go find this witch.
I got yeeted over a 1-foot wall and landed on my face, got up and then stabbed a dude.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
eating and landing on your face is just never good to begin with. So
Well, I got yeeted. I wasn't the yeeting. I wasn't the yeet. I wasn't the yeeter. I was the yeet.
right, I understand.
Yep.
The yeeted one.
Yep.
Hakuna Matata. Oh, that's so much better.
Just remember, Cottontail did Art of You and Me as Timon and Pumbaa.
That's
Oh my
true.
God.
That
Yeah.
did what was that in reference to? I can't remember.
That was to the two of us singing Hakuna Matata on stream during Star Wars.
Oh, it's Star
Yeah,
Wars.
because
was
it
a
ain't no
good time.
passing phrase. Ain't no passing phase. It means
Isn't
no
it when
worries.
Disney acquired
Need
Star
no
Wars?
worries
For the rest of our
your
days.
It's our problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna
Hakuna
Matata. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Me getting up into that range is not gonna happen. I'm already tone deaf. It is gonna take you most of the day to get from one side of Magnar to the other. It is a city of over 1 million people. Its streets are not conducive. The inner streets are not conducive to cart travel.
Is it still 1 million during wartime?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Just no men.
No, there are plenty of men here.
Oh, so it's not like a.
Yeah, it's not, this society could not afford to have all the men serve. You know, it's Middle Ages, so someone has to stay behind and farm, right?
Yeah. Okay.
As long as you don't have any objections, you will spend most of the day traveling to the far side of Royal Magnar, passing several locations you haven't been to before. There's a giant coliseum. There's several theaters and amphitheaters where people are debating. Parlors on the north side, and plenty of gambling locations where it seems that the less fortunate spend their time.
Was
You
there
also-
a magic shop in Magnar that we visited last time?
Yes, there are. There are two. You visited the magic shop from which the Warlock's base, the Conclave. Sorry, I have their name here.
I might have it as well.
The Conclave
got a-
Covenant. They base out of a magic shop called the Scriptorum Draconic. You also know about the Hotel Topaz, which was run by Maiwar.
And we got a ring of protection from the scriptorium, I believe it was.
Is it worth another AC ring?
I want to see what the witch has first.
Yeah.
She might have
Yeah.
the stuff we need.
So you head out of town to Vidella's Marvelous Oils and Elixirs. It is on the far side of a wall. So I guess the closest thing I would say is that in Witcher 3, the town that's like in the northwest side of the main map, there's like little slums outside. She lives in that kind of area. It's a single story timber and brick building. It's got a smooth floor, but the whole center of the building is bathing it in blue light where 4 crystals just kind of float up and down. They're each man-sized and enormous. Arcs of electricity move between them periodically.
Did we ever get a description of the crystals out of curiosity?
You do not.
It was like a dragon scale type of deal, wasn't it?
You were told that a dragon guarded one of them, possibly. It could happen.
Okay.
A tiefling woman, pink-skinned, very short horns that have been covered in like gold leaf foil, comes around from behind a counter. She dresses nicely for a shopkeeper, but she's also got a giant marking on her shoulder, like a cloak clasp, that easily marks her as a follower of Stalvin Black. Welcome, friends. Welcome to my
Hello.
establishment.
Hello.
We've come quite a way to shop at your shop.
So she gestures around. You can see that there are a number of miner's potions around here, and she says, potions of healing I have, other salves and potives, all of them 100% effective. Poisons as well. But if you know about me, then you know what the majority of my business is.
Actually, I will be honest with you. We don't know what the majority of your business is. We simply inquired for shops that might have magical items in stock.
I see. Then allow me to fill you in on any gaps that you might have. What I do here is the art of creation. I create custom magical items.
Interesting.
There are several recipes that I have that I can follow, and I make minor alterations to them for nobles and those with coin. For adventurers like yourselves, if you bring me a magical item, I can break it down and then create a custom copy of it for you. My services are in fair demand, and I should note that my prices reflect this.
I have a curiosity question for you.
Indeed.
Are you able to make average items soulbound?
I don't know. I've never researched such a project. I could attempt to do so, but the process would take time before I could tell you yes or no.
How much time do you foresee that taking?
Well, the time is also reliant on the research fee.
Mm-hmm. How much is that?
How much are you willing to invest in this knowledge? I would, of course, sell you the process. Essentially, if I use it in the future, you would receive a portion of the funds I make from any such sales.
That, if we were to give you the full rights, would that reduce the cost of what we need to do here?
No. I need money up front to begin such trying experimentation.
I sort of look at the other guys and sort of raise an eyebrow. I was like, there is a couple of things we are in need of. My friends here, companions, need magical weapons.
I might have
Daggers.
one or two lying around.
Perhaps we can start there then.
So she holds out her hand, and a staff flies from the unseen ceiling down into it, and she holds it before herself. The Staff of Fire. Perfect for a witch like myself. A wizard, a druid, or a sorcerer might also be able to use it. It has several spells pre-charged into it. Burning Hands, Fireball, Wall of Fire.
Unfortunately, none of us are capable of that sort of power. Something more mundane, perhaps, maybe daggers or bows.
She releases the staff and it flies back to the ceiling. My apologies. I do have one bow. Please, allow me a moment and I will return. So a fog cloud gathers at her feet and encompasses her, and she disappears from sight as the fog drops back down to the ground.
So I
You're left to look around.
back to Daka, and I'm just like,
She is very cool and nice.
Unlike Aardvark, her spells actually, fucking, mean shit when she does mixed
don't-
stuff.
She seems pretty serious.
She has a emblem on her shoulder, Stelvin Blacks. I don't think we should give her any sensitive information.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't.
I was mostly thinking about how lonely you've been lately. Perhaps.
My lot of love. It's so hard without you. It just starts playing in the background.
Ellie, please, you remember his last encounter with the female and it didn't end too well for him.
I remember reading a book once about sleeping with the enemy.
Why would you read a book about that? I mean, it's pretty normal. Like,
It was
Do
a,
you-
it was a book. It was a large.
do you want me to just?
Look, Kelly, for most people, well, those who can read, reading can be pretty fun. I know you kind of don't understand that, but just take the word for it. It can be fun when you got nothing better to do. It's like, wow, this is a fulfilling adventure that this merry cast has gotten themselves tied into. But
But why would you read about intercourse? That seems very strange.
No, it was I think it was a book about war or something, and then.
But you said it was about sleeping with the enemy.
There was a romance subplot. Listen, books are complex, much like
Yes.
timelines.
I'm not even sure if the words exist to describe those actions.
Oh, they do. They do.
She
Kelly,
arrives.
have you heard of the word moist before?
She arrives out of a fog bank again. She isn't holding a bow. She's holding two gold wrought armbands. They are about forearm length long, and they have a wave pattern down the length of the arm. She's also holding a playing card in the other hand. So she hands the playing card to Kelly, and she hands the gold wrought equipment to Daka. She hands one of the armbands to Daka and the other to Agrim. These are bracers of archery. You've mentioned that you like attunable items. This is one. When you wear them, they give you the ability to shoot long and short bows, which for the two of you, I don't believe will be a problem. You seem to know how to handle yourselves, but it also will provide extra impact for your weapons.
How much?
Ranged impact. She talks in magical bullshit for a moment. It's a +2 to damage rolls on ranged attacks
No,
with
like
a long bow.
How much in terms of gold?
She says, my apologies. 400 gold pieces.
For both?
They are a pair, yes. For the bracers. They must both be worn. I just thought you'd each like to take a look at them.
I'm very interested. Thank you so much.
So, Arthur, just to clarify, that's +2 damage on
+2
ranged
damage for ranged attacks with a long and short bow.
And is that range attack considered magical?
If the bow is magic, or yeah, if the bow or the arrow are magical, then it's still magical. It doesn't make them magical by firing the bracer, however.
Okay, all right.
She has handed you a playing card, Kelly, that has on it a piece of full plate that has enormous shoulder pauldrons with huge spikes. It's got clawed tips and like a weird set of horns coming out of it. You were looking for attunable armors.
Yes.
This is called the demon armor. I do not currently have one in stock. In fact, they're extremely rare. It's a cursed item that will provide you with plate armor defense with an additional magical bonus and the ability to both speak and understand Abyssal. The gauntlets turn your fists into magical weapons as well.
Okay, but you don't have it.
That's correct. The materials to make it are rather vexing. It requires several dead demons.
That we can do.
How many?
Well, as you can see, you are a sizable individual, and it must be sized to you. I would probably say if you could find about 12 man-sized demons, I could make you a set of demon armor. It would also have an additional cost to it. The last time I sold one of these, it was for about 40,000 gold pieces. And as I mentioned, the armor does come cursed. It can't be
I don't know what that
removed unless a remove curse spell is placed upon it. And while wearing it, you have trouble fighting other demons.
So, how do you urinate in it?
How do you urinate in any plate armor?
You remove the codpiece, and then you pull out your genitals and you urinate.
Indeed, that would be somewhat troublesome for someone who cannot remove it.
So I'd have to be dangling the entire time, huh?
Or you would need to find someone who could remove the curse on the armor.
That seems very inefficient.
It
Could you
does,
not build
doesn't
in
it?
Could you not build in a spigot or a spout?
Well, then there's also the problem of sleeping.
All
And
problems...
Turn and release the pressure, you know?
Gracious customer, I simply brought you an example of something that you might like. As I mentioned up front, it is cursed, and I'm aware of the several problems with it. If finding
I do like the idea of using my fists as magical weapons, though. That does excite me in ways that I'd never thought would be possible.
You seem like such a person. I should also note that what we are about to speak of cannot be mentioned outside of this room. And she snaps her fingers, and all of the blue crystals turn black, and their arcing gets extreme. All of the doors to the shop and all the windows close.
Wow, that's an extreme arcing.
There is another set of armor that I have the blueprints for.
Go on.
It is called the Dragon Scale Mail. It requires the scales of a dead dragon.
Shit, we killed one of those and we had dragon scales, but we...
I somehow very much doubt that you've killed an actual dragon.
No, but
Yeah,
know
we
where one
skinned
is.
it and sold it to a guy in the desert. It was crazy.
Do you mean a wyvern?
Is that not a dragon?
It is a dragonoid, but it is not a dragon.
No, we know
There
where
are
a dragon
10
is.
great worms in this world. You would
The
need to
brass
kill
one.
one of them.
Was it the brass one or the copper one?
You were fighting the brass one.
We know where the brass dragon is.
Do you now? Well, I would never encourage you to kill the dragon, but should you come across a intact draconic corpse for some reason, I would be able to turn the scales into armor for a reasonable fee. Such an armor would require a piece of your soul in order to use, attuning it to yourself.
How big of a piece?
About 1/3.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
To finish
Interesting.
making that kind of armor would cost about 5,000 gold pieces on top of the materials.
And a third of your soul.
Just the attunement part.
At least it's not your firstborn child.
Well, you'd have to be a fool to make some sort of deal like that.
Yeah, right?
Sounds like something I would offer someone.
Mm-hmm.
So she snaps her fingers again, and the crystals begin moving and turn blue. All of the doors and windows open, and a little butterfly comes in as sunlight returns to the shop.
Do you happen to have any magical daggers as well?
I'm afraid I do not at this moment. However, magical daggers are fairly easy to come by if you'd like me to begin the process of making one for you. I do have a schemata for a dagger of venom.
Oh, no, we've seen a couple of those. They're not really our style.
I see.
So I guess we'll take these,
The archer bracers are nice, though.
yeah, we'll take the braces.
Yeah, definitely do that.
They're 400 GP. aren't they?
Indeed.
Is there a way that we can barter with her?
Yeah, how do you want to do it?
I have this Serpentile's black sword.
The serpent steel sword?
Yeah.
You want to trade her a cursed sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she says, interesting. For a sword like that, I'd be willing to knock 100 gold piece off the price. I could certainly disassemble it and use it in my work.
All right. That's something that we can do.
So she puts her hand on the hilt and says, I'll need you to break your connection to the sword.
Very well.
Okay, yeah, you relinquish, the hold that you have on it via attunement.
I just kind of chuckle. It's like, you're the first person to ask me to do that when selling this sword, so...
You probably shouldn't have told me that. Does make you sound rather untrustworthy, but I'll say this. Many wizards and sorcerers and the like in this world gather relics of elder times, but they don't make them. They don't understand how they work.
Sorry, you misunderstood me. I've lived through multiple lives, as it were, which is why we're looking for soulbound stuff.
Ah, you're a druid.
No, I'm a cleric.
Okay.
It's a new brand of cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Well, none of my business.
Weird times, right?
So 300 gold pieces, yes, Arthur?
Yep.
All right. Consider it done. And so yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't want to leave her with my plate armor so she can try and make it bound.
Yeah.
I think that seems silly. So does she have any cool potions here?
Yep, she's got potions of healing here. She's got several other items like oil of etherealness, oil of slipperiness.
Gags, no.
Hold me back.
Whee!
You good?
No one will ever succeed on a grapple check against you.
Brian used to play in one of our other D&D games a halfling barbarian who constantly changed his size and was incredibly slippery.
Yes,
Yes.
only when oiled.
Which is all the time. Okay, yeah.
Man.
Also, Arthur, if you just have like a list of magical items or whatever from her, I think what we'll do is we'll make like a shopping list, and we can just be like, as we're passing through regions, stop by and grab stuff from people.
So all these people do business on a regular basis, because I know that you've never encountered it, but there actually is an adventuring guild who sends adventurers to places on a regular basis.
Never seen an adventure in this game. Like, no one.
Yeah, you have.
We've seen the Fisherman's Guild. We've seen the Salt Merchants. We've seen a bunch of other guilds.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if we can find work and head north. then, right?
Wait. We've literally talked about Lycidia this episode. She's an adventuring guild member.
Is she? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she was an
Oh.
official adventuring guild member that was looking for you guys because she couldn't afford to take the time to come all the way back to Magnar to find real adventuring guild members.
That's right. Yeah. So let's.
I even told you that they took her to the main branch so that she could get sanatoriumed for her, insanity.
Oh.
This episode. It all happened this episode.
Well, if that's
You've
the
met
guild,
Lycidia in like episode 2.
if that's the adventuring guild, I don't want any fucking part of it.
So what's your plan now?
Find work with a merchant and see if we can head north, I guess.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say some charming one-liner on the way out. See if
Yeah?
In-
What's
Shit.
in what's the language? Infernal.
okay? What are you saying?
Some like infernal thing, just like pleasure to meet you. It's been so nice. You're lovely, whatever. And something
Yeah.
like not too strong, but like, hey.
Yeah,
I've
make
got
a persuasion
16
check. We'll see
I've
if
got 16 charisma. Let's see if this works.
yeah, let's see if Senpai notices you.
Persuasion.
Yeah, well you gotta do, hit a 20 here.
17.
Good.
Yeah, okay. She really did not pay a super, like, she gave all of you an equal amount of attention, right? But as you're leaving, she gives you a look that's like, okay, I'm going to remember who you are now.
Sweet.
You're not just some basic bitch off the street now.
Yeah. If I failed that, I would have like screamed, "Why am I so awkward?" when I got out the door.
It's because your first time was with the succubus and you died. That's why you're awkward. Because you've got deep-seated emotional issues.
Maybe it's all the ritual killings. No, it's other people who are the problem.
Right. Modern problems require modern
solutions.
In my day, first child curses were the norm.
Oh,
That's the first curse you got when you were like 16.
Sweet 16, cursed.
Yeah.
Look, Daka, if you really want to pull her, you gotta do it the Drumurboy bar fight.
Yeah, that's how I pull all my conquests as well. Actually, now that we're thinking,
gonna-
It's also an orchestrating ritual. I see. Okay, well, that's pretty
I
good.
was just gonna
at
be
least with
nice.
the Orcus men, yeah.
I was just gonna be nice and then assert dominance by killing her boss.
I mean, you could become her boss, which is like a weird relationship.
Oh, that's
get down
weird.
with that.
That's I'm not into that. That'd be like us hiring Aardvark and like you and him.
Oh my god.
Now that I think about it,
Oh
I
man.
mean,
Oh, there's got to be a timeline where you hire Aardvark and Valida, and then you just form the Warlock trio.
She's a warlock? I guess she is, isn't she?
She's a witch. That's the female Warlock.
We're like Team Rocket of tieflings.
Finley Longbottom. That's right. He's the
And then
meow
off in the
of the
corner,
group.
there's just
He's got the green light coming on his forehead.
Just like meow. Oh, I love this timeline. It's so good. I can't wait for the anime.
Oh boy.
There are a number of merchants heading north out of the Magnar slums. Many of them already have mercenary groups and less than mercenary groups, just regular peasants and thugs with clubs and like boiled leather at best, or just very padded clothing. Some very poor merchants have stopped in these slums to look for even worse recruitment, transporting weapons, food, armor north to the front lines.
Arthur, I'm going to do this guy a solid. We're going to find the poorest merchant, the one who can't afford anyone, and do pro bono work for him.
Okay. You find a merchant. His name is Skarik. He's got one cart. It's got several holes on the side of it. It's clear that crossbow bolts have penetrated through the side of the cart at some point. He's just got a couple of unfinished leather armor pieces in the back and like unassembled swords. The tangs are out, the sword hilts are out, there aren't enough screws. He's got whetstones. But, I mean, you've lived the front lines life as far as you can remember. Even this shit is going to sell at a premium 5-10 times what it's worth in a city on the front lines.
Yeah, the amount of broken swords and armor and shit that they'd go through would be enormous. So.
Honestly, he'd probably get even more because it's the components, not the whole thing. Some poor bastard doesn't have to take it apart to get the one piece he needs. You save him time.
You approach Skarik and indicate that you will work for free to escort him to the north, and he just spits on the ground and says, "You really will? This ain't no trick or something. You're not gonna try to like kill me and take all my stuff, right?"
no, the only thing that I require of you is that you need to listen to my gospel every night.
Well, we I don't know how far north you're going, but I'm going within sight of the Demon Lord's castle. The Viscount out that way is paying 15 times. If I can get this stuff down here, that's like a whole year's worth of payment. Viscount Vice Wondersaw of the village of Wondersaw, holding the line against the demon.
That sounds perfect, friend.
Okay, well,
and
let's-
I tell you what, on top of this, we will also make you another deal. Any
yeah?
bandits or whatever we come across, if you want to strip their gear and put it in the back of your wagon here, then that is fine too. However, we will always get first pick of whatever gear comes first.
Well, of course. What have I done in the gods' names to earn this kind of charity?
And one
There's
time,
only one God friend, and he's looking upon you with great favor today.
Well, that doesn't sound right, but I'm willing to hear you out.
and one time or another, you've earned it.
Yeah. In another life, you have done a great deed, friend. Don't worry about it.
So make a religion check at the end of the first night. I want to
Okay.
see if you can sell him on this.
I think you can sell him.
11.
You're slightly more persuasive than an average person, but not by much. He isn't fully buying into it, but he's not like, heretic, get out of here, you crazy bastard. He's, he's humoring you to some extent, but he's not offended by it.
Like the river of
he's
time.
legally obligated to listen to me, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Andrew?
Like the river of time, you got to wear him down.
Don't worry. By the end of this travel, you will be a smooth pebble.
That's the lowest tier, or maybe the lowest.
we start- well, I was gonna-
get smoother as you go.
I was gonna say, are we starting a religion or a pyramid scheme? But then I had thought for a
Okay,
second.
no los dos.
Why not?
When you all wake up in the morning, there are several changes to some of you. Kelly, you are no longer able to speak with anyone at a distance.
You mean? Okay.
You require face-to-face contact in order to talk with people. Agram,
Oh yeah.
you were
Okay.
helping to take care of the horses, but now you realize you actually don't give a shit about those little fuckers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Doc, I forget what yours was.
If a ranger asks me something, I have to help them.
Ah, right. Yeah.
There's gonna
And
be a
you wake up.
problem if we come up against like an enemy who is a ranger, just like
Fuck these horses. You come shovel their shit. I got stuff to do.
I got a beard to grow.
I got a beard. I got to go over here and be angry.
Finley, when you wake up, you are clutching Scarrick's belt in your hand.
Nice.
You appear to have stolen it at some point in the night.
You've also got a weird taste in your mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say stolen.
The other thing you notice is that you appear to be wearing Gleemo's coin around your head. At some point in the night, you have tied it. So you've left it in front of you like a protective amulet and tied it behind you. And you have no wish to ever remove it. You feel like that's the perfect place to show off your Gleemo-ness.
That's right.
I think so, yeah.
So just to let you
Why
know,
didn't I think of this before?
you have to leave that there at all times. If it's lost or destroyed, you will suffer further corruption.
Oh.
Your need to display your Gleam allegiance is now, and I want to point out that when you die, you won't have the Gleemo coin.
Oh.
So you're immediately going to trigger more corruption next time you die.
Nice.
Party on the front lines, boys.
Daka, you also have a new madness. You are unable to tell the truth about yourself to anyone that you do not consider a close ally. So you are no longer capable. All of you, I think you have formed a close allyship with, but anyone else, you're unable to tell them anything true about yourself.
So I have to lie constantly to our person that we're taking to the front lines
About yourself.
about myself. Yeah.
About yourself. So you couldn't tell them your name is Daka Sylvia, you couldn't tell them you're a warlock, couldn't tell them you're a tiefling. You're no longer capable of telling truths about yourself to anyone who is not a close ally.
You're a tiefling. No, I'm not. Did you get a tail? No, I don't.
Exactly. You have become a pathological liar.
Okay. Who's saying he wasn't before?
I'm just telling you what happened.
Is Daka his real name? No one knows.
Who is Daka?
And you can let me know when you consider anybody a new close ally. For instance, at some point, maybe you lit up on Hardfark. Wow, that one's probably going to
Which
be...
might be a
I
close
couldn't-
ally.
I couldn't have a warlock battle with him if we weren't friends.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. All right. I need a survival check for the next 2 days. as you travel north, because you are traveling into
Oh,
a
do you want
skirmish zone.
you want one single one, or you want two
One
separate
one
ones?
single one twice. So
Okay.
whoever is leading the caravan will need to make it.
Who got the ranger thing that we just picked up? The
Daka did, because I'm using a crossbow currently.
Okay.
Because I have crossbow expert. I'd be
Yeah.
shooting myself in the foot to not be using a crossbow. Oh,
Shoot
sorry.
himself
Let me
in the
run
foot
this.
with a crossbow.
Sorry, I'll get
Let's
you a
do-
reference for braces of archery.
Should I just add another 2 to my ranged?
It's the
Attack,
damage.
yes.
I thought it was just the damage.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's to the damage.
Okay, cool. You got it.
15 and a 24.
What's your minimum damage now for ranged attacks, Daka?
One,
If you roll a 1.
3. Because it's a 1d8. The bow's 1d8, and it's +2.
+3 damage bonus. So yeah.
Oh,
Don't forget
gosh.
to add that to your crit damage, by the way, too.
Yeah.
To be like a +4.
Okay. In the distance, at several points, you notice very large martial conflicts that are happening. Cavalry battles. At least one point, you think you see a pretty severe wizard duel that you probably don't want to get involved with. You steer the party further and further north. You eventually arrive at this particular village, the last technical hold of the Empire versus the lands of the Demon Lord. So several villages between Magnar and there have fallen to the Demon Lord and are basically have been for at least 1 or 2 generations. Traditional Demon Lord adjacent, they provide levies and recruits, that kind of deal. This guy has decided to retake his, grandfather's village deep behind lands, the village of Wondersaw, and was made a very high-ranking noble as a result. As you approach, the town has a pretty high lumber, like big logs that have all been tied together into a huge palisade. There's a Mott Bailey type situation going around, a moat filled with, it's definitely not water, whatever it is, because it's boiling as you approach it. You can see that there are dead horses, dead men, dead orcs in it, and all of them are like steaming in the process. A guard from afar is just like, "Halt there before you try to cross the bridge. What's that you got with you there, Skerrick? Who are these lot?" And Skerrick explains who you guys are. The guard allows you to come forward. Skerrick begins negotiating for the sale of his goods, which quickly go for several thousand gold pieces. The rest of you are waiting around until a guard sergeant comes down. And the inside of this place, it's probably good enough to hold 200 or 300 people indefinitely. There's somewhere closer to like 600 men packed up like sardines in here. There's a rotation moving along the walls. Archers are everywhere. There's very few healers, clerics, maybe druids are moving around and healing the sick and wounded. A lot of death and stagnation here. The guard captain comes over and says, "Skerrick vouches for you. Says you're looking to go deeper into the lands, or maybe you want to get mercenary work here. It wasn't clear. And that your followers are some sort of dead god. Strong men, strong powers. It's true?"
Aye, it is.
Why did you move closer to talk to me? We're like almost face to face here.
Well, I need to make sure that you can hear me.
Okay. Well, I can definitely hear you then. Are you looking to work for the Lord then? I'm afraid his wages aren't much, but if you enjoy killing, you'll find much of it here.
We're actually looking to go deeper. Do you perchance know of a volcano around this region?
Volcano? There hasn't been an active volcano in the entire world for hundreds of years. The elves have a caldera that they, the lake that they base out of is a caldera is a volcano where the water is, well, it doesn't necessarily. You're in the wrong part of the world, friend. I suppose if you could somehow fight to the, are you good enough to fight through the Demon Lord's army? Get to the far side, make it to the Clans of the Flow, and then take the road east to the caldera? It smells. I hear the Elvenlands smell rotten eggs all the time. All year round. Like a volcano.
Interesting. That's very, very interesting information you've given us. Do you perchance have any units or patrols going out that way that we could join?
The Elvenlands? No.
Well, at least to that side of the fighting.
We're doing all we can to hold here. I think the Viscount was hoping that maybe in a couple of months we could make a run up to the Demon Lord Castle's door. If you're looking to go through and around it, we can't help you there. It's a suicide mission.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it seems like you got somewhere to go, but you look like you can handle yourselves in a fight. If you've got it in, every night we get overrun. Orcs, bat creatures, flying horses, things that are worse than that, misshapen beasts of horror.
Not tonight, you don't.
Will you stand with us then?
We will.
And then the Suicide Squad music starts playing.
Well, look, why don't you come with me? We'll go talk to the Viscount and see if you can get you a reasonable compensation, but I have to tell you, the treasury ain't much.
I nod to him.
Couple dozen demon hides will be enough.
Demon hides? Well, if you can skin them yourself, you can take as many as you want tonight. Well, I suppose I shouldn't be making that deal, but it's not like we do anything with them. Come with me then. So he leads you deeper into the kind of open, muddy field here. Past a soup line where men are just getting a very thin, watery soup with some bones in it. Possibly providing some flavor and nutrition. The Viscount is a young man. Maybe 16, maybe 17. Tall, slick blonde hair, kind of spiked back. Broad-shouldered, kind of, got himself together athletically. Just kind of pivoting about constantly and shouting orders to his aides. Like, I want 2 more men up there. I want over there. Get Skerrick stuff. That quadrant. The 4 of you. Who are you? Yeah, you. The 4 of you. Yes, I'm pointing.
We're just here to help.
You're mercenaries or you volunteers?
Mercenaries.
Well, how good are you? And I need an honest qualification, because if you say you're better than you are and you end up dying, you're of no value to me.
Dwarven Ranger?
Yeah? How good of a Dwarven Ranger?
Well, I'm in my 300s, so pretty good. Fought in the Underdark for a while.
Yeah.
I've well, I can't say I fought stuff worse, but definitely stuff equivalent to some of the shit sounds like you guys have been fighting.
Can you vouch for your companions?
Well, this mean son of a bitch, like give Kelly a pat. He's a cleric. He's good in a pinch. Can hold his own. Good close combat fighter. And the other 2 are got another a Tiefling Ranger and God, I don't know. What do you? I don't remember what. Well, yeah, but rogues are generally
Halfling assassin.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was trying to think how to not be like he stabs people in their sleep.
Say, I have the power of Gleamo and God on my side, or Gleamo and anime on my side.
Got a halfling skirmisher. Ignore what he's saying. It's been a long trip anyway.
When you say cleric, are you one of the clerics that can cast healing spells?
I am.
Well, as you can see around the camp, we could use any healing that you've got. Healing potions, healing abilities, laying on hands, that kind of deal.
I'm gonna put my hand up and I'm just like, you understand, friend. My God respects consequences.
So you can heal,
And-
you just won't. That's fine.
There needs to be people that. What I'm saying is, I can do some, not a lot, and the healing that I would offer would need to be important.
He just gestures around you.
I just sort of look at him like stone faced, just like, yeah, I'm serious.
It's your choice. You
If
can hire all
or
of you for
another
5
leader
gold
were to
pieces
be
a day.
there,
More like 5 gold
was that?
pieces a night.
That's what he's paying us?
My man is indicating to me, and you can see that the guard captain is like making like sign language, that you all have some interest in recovering magical corpses.
Yes.
We've been tossing all of them in the moat. I'll let you take any of the corpses tonight. You can do whatever you want with them. Take out the brains, the blood, the liver. I don't really care how you deface them.
Very well.
Quartermaster, pay them.
Hell
Okay.
yeah, what's that?
Old, thin,
20 gold.
reedy man comes forward with a bag of 20 coins and shakingly hands it to you with a script that indicates that you're now mercenaries for, 24 hours in the Viscount service, and you have authorization to remove any magical parts from any magical beasts.
Sweet.
Very
Nice.
well. I'm just going to need you to sign here. You have and here, initial here, please.
I'll
I just-
slap down some Dwarvish runes.
Okay.
I just put my thumbprint on there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's a good lad. Okay. The
That's
Viscount
right.
steps forward again and says, I'm Vice Wondersaw. I appreciate you all coming here. Do you have a name for your band?
Battle juice.
Oh shit!
Battle shoes.
Did you say Battle Juice?
Yeah, that was the name of his 5e band. Remember?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
weeks ago. That was weeks and weeks ago.
All right, Team Battle Juice.
Yeah.
I welcome you to
It's
Wondersaw.
canon now.
I really got to piss and it ain't helping.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good place to end for the night right here.
Oh man,
Well, unfortunately, you get 0 experience.
it's fine. The entertainment value tonight was great.
Oh yes.
We got 24 hours of pure combat coming up. I think we'll be
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much.
Yeah. I got to come up with a fake name and identity.
The
You can call you
name's Bond.
BJ
James
Battlejuice.
Bond.
J Battle Juice.
My name is Commander James Bond, and I'm the leader of Team Battle Juice.
Commander. Bond
Jameis
Commander.
Bonderock.
You definitely should not say that you're the Lord of Bonderock. There is a
No,
Lord of
he's-
Bonderock. All right,
Uh,
so
Coincidence, unrelated.
yeah,
Bolvin Slack.
the name is Bull Slapson.
Yep.
Spootnik, let's start with you. What do you got, outro wise?
I feel carton outrageous.
Well, got anything else to say? Any
Uh,
follow up?
thanks again for hanging out, everybody, and subscribe to Twitch Prime.
Twitch Prime.
It's free if you have Twitch Prime, which is not free, but worth it.
I think you mean it's free if you have Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
It's fine. You're there. We got it.
I don't know what the kids are saying these days. Yeet with Twitch Prime. There you go.
Please don't eat
Yeah.
Eat your Twitch Prime right at Arthur's face.
me. Speaking of people who yeet and Twitch Prime, let's talk to Drumurboy.
Hi, I'm Drumurboy. I make music and put it on the internet. You can find it on Spotify if you type in DRUMURBOY because I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I've just been playing Bioshock on the weekends. If you want to come by and say hi, we're going to be finishing up Bioshock Infinite probably this weekend. Either this weekend or next, and then going on to the DLC.
Atomic, what do you got?
I just Atomikspoon, play games here. I'm here on Wednesdays, and then now on Saturdays, now in Technicolor, and then so we're gonna be doing that this weekend. Got our first actual 8th game. I guess that'll be the first real test of the the show. Boy, it's gonna be a trip. And then streaming Warcraft stuff Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then whatever. I was streaming some 40K Mechanicus earlier today. So it's just whenever I feel like doing that kind of thing. That's pretty much it.
Dave?
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Spicy Mayo. Oh, no, what'd you call it? It's your boy, Watery Soup.
What?
Watery Bone Soup. Yeah.
Bad.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a good episode. Well, a good way to get back into the swing of things, because we had the break last week and stuff. So it's good to get back to playing this. Go buy my game. It's on Nintendo Switch. It's called Warlocks 2 Godslayers. Yeah. That's me, Arthur Perkins.
Yeah, I'm Arthur Perkins. This was APGamingREAL. I feel like I said everything that needs to be said. Are we good for next week?
Should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
All right, then we'll be back next week for another episode. It will involve a nighttime fight of terror. Hope someone figures out how the fuck Finley's going to see anything that's going on.
You got a lantern.
Look,
My
put
lantern.
alchemist fire on your hair,
No,
and you can just see things.
everything you're saying about that is...
Someone cast light on Gleemo's coin.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I can
actually-
do that. I can totally do that.
It's a beam of
Gleemo
light.
can illuminate your path.
Yeah, and it'll also make him one hell of a target.
Yeah.
Remember
Right
this,
in the head, too.
Remember this, tracers work both ways.
All right.
I mean, also the other target will be me with my giant flaming sword. So
Wow. Yeah, I assume we'll be up on the wall though.
Well, by the time Finley looks at them, they'll be dead already. So
Goddamn right.
All right. We'll be back next week then. Have a good night, guys. Swish.